Hey, welcome to another proven email breakdown video. Today I'm doing something really cheeky because I'm breaking down an email that's live right now in one of my funnels because today I'm launching a new program, a new 8-week group implementation program. And this is the abandoned cart email that I'm using with this funnel. And it's, let's just call this the cheeky cart abandonment email because you're going to see it uses a totally different way to hook people and to hopefully make them chuckle a little bit so that they actually buy the program that I'm selling instead of just bouncing forever. Now, I just want to make it clear that the original version of this email, I've been heavily influenced by copy hackers. They had some templates a few years ago, and I used some elements from that to create the first version of that email. Then I had heavily modified it and everything. I just wanted to make it. I just wanted to, share that because I don't want them to think that I'm ripping this off or something like that. But as you'll see, it's pretty unique after some time. So the thing that makes it actually unique is that the from line itself is your future self. So it's not coming from me, Csaba Borzási from Game of Conversions. It's coming from your future self as the reader. And the subject line says, abandoned, reward. Abandoned, sad face, and reward, nothing. So that's the big twist here, that the email isn't coming from us. And the whole email is basically a little monologue that your future self, your disappointed future self as the reader feels and wants you to know so that he will actually get manifested in real life as well, so that the future self actually gets born. So I know it sounds a little complicated, but bear with me. Let's cover it, and you're gonna see why this is effective. I mean, I hope it's effective. We'll see, because this funnel is just went live today. And by the way, if you want to check it out, and also if you want to see the email in real life, then all you have to do is to just type in your email address in the checkout page and you'll get this in 4 hours. Okay, so if you want to test it out how it works, that's how you can do it. But obviously, if you want to add more details like your credit card details, for example, obviously I'm not going to stop you in doing that as well, but I'm going to leave a link to the new program. You can check it out. It's available, doors close next Tuesday, by the way. So this is Thursday today, and it closes next Tuesday, the 5th of April, midnight at Eastern time. So hopefully you're gonna check it out. So let's see how the email looks like. Hey, and obviously almost immediately we can feel a slight passive aggressive tone to it, like hey ... A few hours ago, you were ready to change the course of history and become the next superstar copywriter who pumps out winning promotions left and right. So a few hours ago, this is a specific reminder. You were ready to change the course of history. This is an obvious exaggeration, but this email is cheeky, like it's different. I'm not trying to be or keep it real here. I'm trying to make it something unique that they haven't seen before. So change the course of history and become the next superstar copywriter to change the course of history and become the next superstar copywriter who pumps out winning promotions. Again, very exaggerated. It's an overblown promise, but it's done deliberately so that hopefully it makes people laugh a little bit. But something came up. So, this indicates that things didn't go as planned because this is a reaction email to people not completing their checkout process. And now I'm floating through the vast emptiness of the space-time continuum, wondering what the F just happened. So notice how this is dimensionalized from the first-person perspective of your future self as the reader, right? And if some people don't really get it at this point, in a sense, that's good because they're trying to figure out, oh, this is interesting, but what is this whole thing about? I don't get it. And they have to read until this point to explicitly read that since I am your future self, in this case, the test name was Doug, but since I am your future self, dear reader, right? It's different. Again, I don't know how it's going to work. We'll see. But usually, if you can do something different compared to any other copy-paste template cart amendment emails, I think it's a good idea. So we also have a GIF or GIF, however you want to call it. And it's a sad GIF of a woman just pouring alcohol in this bowl. And obviously she's very, very sad. And I also wanted to signify that your future self is very sad indeed. And I even say I'm cold, confused. So there's more dimensionalization going on here. Having no idea what I'm doing in the shitty card, dreaming about better days. So again, there's raw honesty here. So at this point, there's the twist. I explicitly telling people that since I'm your future self, I feel like it's my sacred duty to tell you what you're missing out on if you choose not to give this a shot today. So there's a purpose motive here. I talked about this before in a few in older proven email breakdown videos, that whenever you can leverage some sort of higher purpose, people can definitely relate to that. So here are some reasons why you shouldn't miss out here. And I listed 4 of them, actually 3 plus 1. Usually it's a good number to start with. So you're missing, and you're missing out is bolded out, because I really want to drive the point home to like, hey, you're missing out. You're going to keep struggling and you're going to keep experiencing the same problems if you don't do something about it now. So you're missing out on building a lucrative business that can finally give you financial independence and the opportunity to confidently live life on your own terms. So this is all about freedom and independence. And notice that all these benefits here, they're not necessarily related to the product itself or just to like making money. They're all related to like freedom, flexibility, autonomy, living a happier life, living a life that's more fun. So they're all like higher level benefits that usually, people at the end of the day, that's what they want. They don't necessarily want like a money-making business. They just want the peace of mind and the financial independence and the consistent cash flow that comes with owning a business like that. So this is deliberate, again, because this at this point, if people get here, obviously they've seen my emails. Hopefully they watched the video on the checkout page. They've seen, what else is there. But at this point, I just want to remind them of all the high level benefits here. And then the second one is freedom, flexibility. The third one, again, it relates to something totally different. Like if you become a devout student of copywriting, you'll discover how the human mind actually works and how people make decisions in real life. So that's something, that I don't really talk about until this point. But, if you're not joining, you're missing out on all these things. Plus, if you join, it's also fun because it's fun writing persuasive copy when you know what you're doing. And with this when you know what you're doing part, I'm seeding the idea of the program. The only way for you to know, like what you're doing is to go through this program, because it's going to give you everything you need to become a way better copywriter or someone who sells his own offers much more successfully. And then I continue, because it's not only intellectually stimulating, it also gives you the power to spread your message far and wide so you can help thousands or even millions of people live better lives. So, again, reason why it's not only intellectually stimulating, some people want that, but it also gives you purpose motive. You can help others, you can change others' lives. And a lot of people definitely, especially my audience, they can relate to that. A lot of them are coaches, consultants, and authors and speakers and solopreneurs. And what I've seen is that many of them, they want to spread their voice so that they can help others, live better lives as well. And I just wanted to mention that. So then I appeal to the reader's ego. You're destined for more than this, dog. Believe me, I know I am your future self after all. So I love this part because it flips the script, and it's hopefully it makes people chuckle. Let's just leave it at that. But we'll see. But here's the thing, and at this point I'm switching to the third person. I'm still not speaking as Chaba. I'm still speaking as your future self, but I'm talking about Chaba. I'm mentioning him so that you hopefully understand again what's going on here. So Chaba and the rest of the Game of Conversions crew have turned off the lights and gone home for the day. probably to throw back some tasty Cabernet and dive deep into the latest trends on persuasion psychology and high converting copywriting. So hopefully this adds a little likability because, you know, drinking some tasty Cabernet, and that's what I'm going to do, by the way, after this. So it's true, which makes me seem like a real person, and I am. And you know, diving deeper into the trends of persuasion psychology, people are buying into this program because of my skills and knowledge to teach them things about persuasion psychology and high converting copywriting. So by indicating that I'm going to do more of this, it just shows you that I'm passionate about this. And I am, that's what I do. It's one of my biggest hobbies as well. So at this point, I want to sound really personal. I say, so what do you say? Give this a shot? Maybe I should say, give this another shot. This just seems personal, like how real people talk. And then the final line says, we'll skip the wine and get straight to you supercharging your marketing messaging without being sleazy, pushy, or losing your sanity in the process. So this is basically a promise, a big promise, with some fun elements to it as well. You know, like some high-level benefit and then a few without elements. And then here's the call to action. I'm probably going to change this later. I think it sounds a little impersonal. So click here to finish signing up for this interactive training program. Maybe something like, click here to finish signing up for the program that might just change your life. Could be something better that goes better with this email. But I don't know, what do you think? Leave a comment below. Like, do you like this call to action version better? Or something like, click here to finish signing up for the program that might just change your life. Leave a comment below. I don't know. Let me know. So warmly, your future self. And I see that there's a typo here as well. Yeah, I just wrote this email today. So actually, and I've you know, I launched this. I had a presentation in Brian Kurtz's group. So there's a lot of things going on here, but I still wanted to obviously make this video today because I promised you 50 days on the weekends, on the weekdays, sorry, and that's what I'm doing. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this. Again, leave a comment if you think that using this email like this is a good idea, or it just turns you off or something like that. And I also invite you to check out the offer itself that this whole email talks about. I'm gonna leave a link. The first link in this description is gonna go directly to the checkout page. Just know that enrollment closes this Tuesday, so on the 5th of April. After that, it closes, and then I'm not gonna launch this program in this form anymore. Maybe I'm gonna do a different version of it, but it's gonna be at least twice as expensive and different, with way less like personal support and stuff like that. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Thanks again for watching. See you tomorrow.